Hi, I'm Perrine Bakshe and welcome to Common Sense. In this very special episode, we'll take you behind the scenes of Luminit, a company that is shaping light as needed.
What's the first thing that you would do after getting it in? Yeah, actually, we inspect.
These sheets may look just like sturdy cellophane, but they're actually the product of groundbreaking research and development, which has enabled one local company to grow into a global provider of innovative light management solutions. Luminit's main product is light-shaping diffusers. These are basically optical films that diffuse light into patterns that are controllable. What this means is they can prevent wasting light energy by helping create more light-efficient devices.
For example, room lighting or street lighting, the idea is to light the areas where you do need light, but not light up the sky. You know, you may not think about this, but when you talk about street lights, what you want is light on the street, not going through the windows into people's bedrooms, and not lighting up the sky.
How exactly do Luminit's products shape light? What is this actually made of?
This would be polycarbonate. This would be an example of something that's 1/8 of an inch thick. It's polycarbonate, and this particular part that we have for an example here is actually used for outdoor lighting, architectural lighting, stage lighting. So these are very high growth areas for us because the lighting field is something that has been a tremendous fuel for our growth.
Luminit's growth has been rapid. The company was founded in 2005 by its leader, Engin Eric, and his team. Luminit is the latest spin-off from Physical Optics Corporation, a Torrance-based company just around the corner from Luminit.
POC hired me in April of 2005 as the division general manager for what they called LSD, or Light Shaping Division. And the idea was for me to join this group and, when practicable, to make it a separate company. And on the first anniversary of my hiring, we were able to spin off that division as a separate company. We named it Luminit. And the mission of Luminit is, and the main product is commercialization and sales and improvements of what we call LSD, or light shaping diffuser technology.
Luminit has become a major player in the LSD market. What started as a team of just 12 people in 2005 has blossomed into a multi-tiered corporation with 56 employees in 4 divisions: manufacturing, research and engineering, sales and support, and management. In 2010, Inc. magazine named them one of America's 5,000 fastest-growing companies, and the Los Angeles Business Journal ranks them 37th in the fastest-growing Southern California companies. Here in Torrance, Luminit transformed a 30-year-old warehouse into a first-class high-tech facility with in-house manufacturing floor space to support the development of their innovative products for customer-integrated lighting systems.
Primary driver for success, I think, is the fact that we have a technology that is needed in the current environment. You know, we're touching upon high growth areas such as solid state lighting, so-called LED lighting, and also the display areas that involve, again, high growth areas such as laptops, PDAs, cell phones, computer screens, and movie screens. So this is, I think, one aspect of our success, the fact that our product makes a difference in these applications.
What enables Luminit to develop cutting-edge technology is their research and development department. Like their parent company, Physical Optics Corporation, Luminit's R&D department is funded by the federal government. The U.S. Small Business Administration awards grants through the Small Business Innovation Research, or SBIR program. SBIR grants help the nation's small, high-tech businesses fund their research and development efforts.
The good thing about our structure within the company is most of our R&D is supported not by our earnings from our commercial business, but by U.S. government agencies. So this currently is about 20-25% of the company. So if you look at our revenues, for example, about 25% of the revenues is for the R&D department. And this is very important in keeping us at the cutting edge of the technology.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll look at the science behind Luminit's core technology and how it is paving the way for their corporate growth.
No one seems to notice, but I've got a lot of pressure in my life. I'm still looking for my first real job. I've changed apartments several times, and my roommates have always been nothing but trouble. Now, because of the economy, I've had to move back home. My mom always makes things worse. When she gets drunk, she starts yelling and tells me that nothing I do is ever good enough, that everything I do is going to fail. The next day, she tells me how much she loves me, but that's just more pressure. I get into arguments with her about her drinking. It's an impossible situation. My dad goes to Al-Anon meetings. I didn't think Al-Anon would work for me, but I tried it, and it was better than I thought. I feel better after I go. I'm meeting people I can talk to, and I'm starting to see some real hope. If someone's drinking bothers you, you might find help in an Al-Anon family group meeting right here in our community. I found support there. You can too. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Welcome back to Common Sense. If you're just joining us, we are taking a behind-the-scenes look at Luminit, a company that shapes light with their innovative light management solutions. Luminit's core product involves this film substrate. The films can be rigid or thin, but they both have Luminit's patented microstructure on them. The microstructure allows them to shape, direct, and homogenize the light.
Why is this so well suited to that application?
Because of the nature of our structure and the nature that we can, LED lights, as we all know, if you look at a bare LED light, it's extremely bright, extremely pinpointed. They're very efficient. They have a lot of light, but you can't look at them just or utilize them, you know, in a uncovered way because it would just be too bright and too harsh. So what our structure does is homogenize, kind of condense and direct the light so that it's a very pleasing appearance. Actually, on the top of our board there, that's an example of what it is. The lights on the right side are uncovered LEDs, and then on the left would be an example of what happens when our diffuser is over the top of it. And again, depending on the angle, we can either homogenize the whole thing, turn it into a line, direct it more top and bottom, but it basically makes it a much more pleasing light.
Luminit uses this demonstration sheet to show the different angles of diffusion their product offers. The first few rows show varying degrees of circular diffusion.
Finally, in the last row, you can see very sharp ellipticals that can be used for things like barcode readers and some LED lighting applications. But it's this ability, if we had to point to one ability we have that no other company in the world has, at least that we're aware of, it's this kind of extreme elliptical light distribution.
If you look in a paperclip actually have 72 different uses. So when we look in our diffusers and product that we make, one of my roles, we find other uses which is never intended to be before. So in addition to the light shaping diffusers, screens, iPods, iPhones, signs, we also can make 2D and 3D screens for movie theaters.
Just to give the audience an idea of maybe the spectrum of your clients and products, maybe from a small perspective to a large perspective.
So I'll start with the large end. Our microstructure actually functions very well as a movie screen for both 2D, 3D simultaneously, meaning the same screen you can use for both 2D and 3D. That is absolutely unique in the industry. We're working on the final development of that product and marketing that product, but those are directions we're going in, and obviously those would be very, very big size. Advertising displays, outdoor lighting, these are areas that are big both physically and in market size.
These larger applications drive Luminit's growth, but the company also manufactures products for day-to-day use.
This is an example of the part that Engen mentioned before, that appears in a washer and dryer type combination. And what this would be, it might be difficult to visualize that, but these little strips on here are adhesive strips, and this would fasten. They, of course, the cover would be taken off of the adhesive strips, and then in the course of manufacturing the console on a washer or dryer, it would go on the back side and homogenize the display, the LED display, so you get a nice pleasing set of numbers and settings.
Management says what helps nurture Luminit's growth is a cooperative corporate culture.
The fact that we all value a cooperative environment is the people aspect. In this company, we have a culture where, people work together collectively. We have a decision making that involves a lot of brainstorming, and I think that results in a better outcome of the things that are in discussion in the company.
Also, openness in discussion. Everybody free, and actually it's almost required to express your opinion and decide as a team, because we all know that team is more efficient than any genius individual.
Each team member brings a different technical, scientific, and business experience to the company. This fusion of ideas enables them to develop technological breakthroughs.
Every industry have their, it's called islandry mentality, like biomedics in biomedics, and industrial applications, or metallurgy as industrial application. When you bring vision, let's talk about Razor, the scooter. When you combine rollerblades with a scooter, you create Razor. Something new never happened before. So my experience in aerospace helped to find new methods, new technologies, and new applications for our materials.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll look at what Luminit's team has planned for the future.
He played soccer, he played
Basketball
basketball.
for fun, football for
practice,
fun.
cheerleading.
A mother of 2 young boys
Student,
at the time.
attending class, had friends.
Things were scheduled.
Yeah.
Just normal.
Took a blood test,
I
which
got the
was
phone call from
procedure.
her saying that
Acute leukemia.
Hodgkin's disease.
who's going to take care of my kids?
It was all the unknown, and
It's
it was
a
the
fear
fear of the unknown.
that it's an anxiety
They told me
that
that you
sits.
have cancer, and I'm
You
like,
say, why your son?
Why me?
why?
I called the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society up that
They
night.
helped me with moral support. I'm not alone.
If you stay strong, I'll stay strong with you.
Blood cancer
Cancer needs a community.
can affect anybody.
It's you who are the support of the people who are
You
diagnosed.
can talk to other families.
It's given people that hope.
With your help, I can be
to
cured.
raise money and make donations.
Without
Research saves lives.
we can't do it.
LLS funds research.
With your help, we can beat blood cancers.
Be there to give them hope.
To get or give help, go to LLS.org.
Welcome back to Common Sense. If you're just joining us, we are taking a behind-the-scenes look at Luminit, a company that shapes light with their innovative light management solutions. The company's rapid growth is not without its challenges. In the short term, management says they strive to maintain structure and balance.
We're still learning to be a commercial company that have products that are uniform, that are consistent, that are repeatable. So to achieve this in the short term, we're investing a lot of resources in the company to make sure that we have an infrastructure that can support the anticipated growth of our company in the coming years. So day to day, we're working on many infrastructural issues here that will enable us to be a bigger company.
Frankly, this has been a dual effect. I mean, that's what has fueled our growth. That's why we're competitive and we can offer so much. What is the challenge now is, as we're growing so fast, to standardize our manufacturing and put systems in that allow us to ship much more product than we did before, and yet still maintain that variety.
Rapid growth calls for expansion in every direction, including human resources. Management attributes part of their success to their hiring a local employee base.
The thing that stands out most to me is Luminit, the major portion of the employees who are leaving here in the South Bay area. So we are creating jobs that just people who are leaving locally, including myself. That's one of the reasons why I moved from the job in Los Angeles to here in Torrance. I was fascinated with how we can create jobs and have people living locally.
The company's contributions are improving the local economy. After winning several national honors for their corporate and technological successes, Luminit received the 2010 Quality of Life and Community Investor Torrance Advantage Award.
It kind of started on a national level, then Southern California, now locally. We have had a very good working relationship with the mayor's office. This is a very business-friendly city.
Luminit's emphasis on improving the local economy through sustained growth will be an asset in years to come.
In the longer term, we want to make sure that Luminit becomes a world-class company that is innovative, that can bring new technologies, serving the current areas we are in now, which is basically solid-state lighting and display areas, and maybe some new areas that can be formed as a result of our R&D division in the company.
If precedent is a reflection of technological innovations to come, Luminit's next 5 years are looking bright. I'm Perrine Bakshain. Thank you so much for joining us here on Common Sense. Here's to a brighter future for us all. If you know of another local business you would like to see featured on our show, please send an email to commonsense@torranceca.gov. We look forward to seeing you next time.